I think that's a little bit of a problem, and we're currently looking at a generation of young adults in the world, and I also spoke to this yesterday. Young people who have been told by their parents that they're absolutely amazing at everything they do. They've never done anything or really accomplished anything, yet somehow we have an entire generation of 20-year-olds who are amazing at everything when really they suck, and all they're good at is Facebook and texting, and they try to incorporate that into every area of their lives. They don't want to work hard. They don't understand or respect authority because they know more than anybody else because their parents told them so. These are the same kids who, when they get a bad grade in school, their parents, instead of making their children work harder to get better grades, phone the teacher and complain to the teacher because the teacher gave their child a grade that they didn't like. And they think that by doing this, by keeping their children from getting low grades, by keeping their children in activities that allow them to have healthy self-esteem, and by telling their children that they're great all the time, it will allow them to excel in life and in the world. And what it does is it sets them up to do absolutely nothing because they've been told all along that they're amazing. And so when these kids are working the deep fryer at McDonald's and they're texting at the same time, it's not going to work. When these kids come into my place of business and are seeking employment and they're told they're not allowed to text, their cell phones or computers, laptops are not allowed to be turned on during the day, that they need to be completely unplugged so that they can focus on what it is they're there for, and that is to achieve excellence. And unless your goal is to be an excellent texter or an excellent Facebook junkie, it's impossible to be good at anything when all you're thinking about is Facebook and texting. So those are activities that are not allowed in our business, and it terrifies the crap out of young people who need to be plugged in all the time when they're asked to actually work without being connected to all of their friends and social network. I find it amazing that we really do want to grow a generation of adults who are resilient, who are excellent, who want to embrace the values of excellence and bring excellence into everything that they do, but we've never set them out and told them to do something excellent. We just want them to magically be without allowing them to prove it, without letting them fail so that they can learn and then become excellent. I think that's kind of sad, and we're going to have a whole bunch of screwed up 30-year-olds who, when their relationships are failing, their careers are failing, they have no social values, we're in trouble. We're in really, really, really big trouble. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only person who feels this way, because these are the people who are going to take care of us when we're all old. When every single person is sitting here and they need their diapers changed in a hospital, we've got a whole bunch of 20-year-olds who have never been taught to take care of anybody or have never taught to value anybody else over themselves, and so we are potentially all going to be screwed. So can we all make a pledge to do something about that by helping people in our lives, especially those younger than us, fail at something so that they can then learn and become better? Because again, I wouldn't be standing here if I was not a colossal failure and did not suck in a lot of areas of my life. And everybody comes to me and says, Fred, you know, you're so successful, it's so great, you're on TV, you're on this hit show, X-Weighted, and you motivate all kinds of people to do things that they never thought that they could do. So many of these people look at me when I first meet them and I tell them what it is we're going to try to accomplish in the next 6 months, and they tell me that I'm goddamn crazy, that there's absolutely no way that they're going to do any of that. That's stupid. Why would I want to do that? That's dumb. It's like, well, because I want you to show the world that you're not a loser, and that we're going to set you up on a journey. We're going to develop a strategic plan so that you can accomplish a series of goals. Some of those goals you will not be successful at, but each of those goals will allow you to get farther and farther and farther in your life so that you can become successful. And at the end of the show, 90% of the people on, well, not 90%, I'd say maybe 60% of the people on the show when I first meet them don't really like me very much. I'm this objective mirror for them. I look at them, tell them objectively the areas I see in their lives immediately that could use some improvement. And then they get really mad at me because they've been in denial so long of the fact that the reason why they're 70, 80, 90, 100, 150 pounds overweight is because they've really never done anything amazing. They've never challenged themselves. They've never really made any good lifestyle decisions. So here I am helping them develop a strategic plan so that they can be successful. They want to do everything they can to avoid failing, and of course these people are also on TV, and failing on TV totally sucks. But by establishing a strategic plan for these individuals so that they can fail, so that they can accomplish, so that they can fail some more, so that they can accomplish some more, they get to a place where they finish the show, they may not have achieved their weight loss goals, but they've done something amazing. And that is overcome obstacles, they've developed a sense of resiliency. The people who are most successful on that show may not have lost the most amount of weight, because typically the people who lose the most amount of weight on TV gain it back. But the people who have accomplished the most, or the people who have overcome the most significant challenges, develop this sense of resiliency and have become successful not just at weight loss, but in many other areas of their lives. And when people come to me and say, Fred, what is it that makes people successful? I want that magic pill. What is it that makes people successful at weight loss? What is it that makes people successful in life? What is it that makes people successful in relationships? There's got to be an easy answer. There's got to be an easy answer. And that is resiliency. It's the thing, it's the value, it's the quality, it's the inner magical ability that every single person in this room, if they want to be successful at anything that's not really easy, because if you set yourself up to be successful in areas of your life, or in a project or a goal that you know is easily achievable, that's not success. That's just doing something you know you can do anyway. But using resiliency to learn, using resiliency and harnessing your inner magical abilities so that those inner magical abilities can grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and lead to your amazingness. Does anybody here think that they're amazing? Please, people, there are amazing people here, aren't they? Is anyone, I feel kind of amazing. I tell people, you're amazing. You guys are amazing over there. Joanne is totally amazing way back over there. I think one of the things, and now it sounds like I'm slightly contradicting myself because I said we tell young kids that they're amazing and they do nothing and they suck and then they're going to let us down in 20 years. But I think it's also really important for anyone who has struggled, and it's important for anyone who has achieved anything in their lives. It's important for anyone who has overcome obstacles and has resiliency to realize you've learned the ability to consider yourself kind of amazing. Because you may not be ultimately where you want to be in your lives, but by learning, by accomplishing things in your lives, by helping other people in your lives be successful, even though you may not think that you have accomplished anything amazing. Sometimes when we think about success, we get all screwed up thinking it's about money, it's about being invited to stand on a stage and talk to you all, or being able to have nice photos that make you look good, or own your own business, or win an Academy Award. But I think instead of thinking just about success, thinking about significance is a much more valuable word. When we talk about success, we think, again, money, but significance is something that I think we are all working towards in our lives. We want to be significant. We want to have an impact. We want to live our lives with a sense of importance. We want the people around us, the people we share our lives with, the children that we have raised, the parents we have adored, to at least be able to look at us and feel that we have gained significance. And I think it is by focusing on your magical abilities, and everybody at work, we have a large team of people at 2606 Agricola Street. And one of our practices when we bring new people in, especially during the interview process, is to ask every single person who joins our team, what are their magical abilities? Now, when you ask a new employee about their magical abilities, they think you're goddamn crazy or on drugs. But magical abilities has become part of our vernacular at work, where now everybody at work talks about their magical abilities. We work with our clients to help bring out our clients' magical abilities. When I'm sitting at a table across from someone we may be hiring, and I ask them what their inner magical abilities are, and they can't answer me, they don't get employed. Then when we do employ someone who tells us they have an inner magical ability, we let them know they've got 3 weeks for that inner magical ability to demonstrate itself in some fashion. So if you tell me you're amazing, or you tell me that you're an excellent stylist, or you tell me that you're great with people, or you tell me that you're a creative genius, and in 3 weeks I don't even see a hint of that magical ability coming out, you're done. And by focusing on our team's magical abilities, harnessing those magical abilities, working with those magical abilities, mentoring those magical abilities so that everybody on our team can become as great as they can possibly be, providing feedback, letting them know when they fail, letting them know when they suck, letting them know when they have to improve, because a lot of them did not have parents that did that, and I think it's really important to have parents and people in their lives, as I said earlier, to tell you every once in a while that you suck. It allows our team to be able to come back and improve on what it is they need to improve on so that they can be great and so that their magical abilities can shine, so that they have the ability to honestly and authentically feel that they're great at something. And I think as we travel through life, whether or not we're going to be super successful on TV, or whether or not we're going to be a super athlete, or whether or not we're going to be super successful in every area of our life, as long as we function through life with the idea that we can embrace significance, we can embrace failure, and if we harness our ability to maintain a sense of resiliency in everything that we do, in our relationships, the way we interact with the world, the way we feed our families, the decisions we make in our lives, the things that we do who shape who we are as individuals, as long as we do it well, as long as we are determined to constantly get better at the things it is that we care about. There's all kinds of things that I don't do well, that I'm never going to do well, that I have absolutely no interest in because they're not significant to me. So I'm not functioning in life trying to be perfect at everything, although I have become an expert at a lot of things. And I think when you're on TV labeled an expert at anything, you sometimes become, people just think you're an expert at everything. And as I was saying yesterday, I've even become an expert parenting authority, and that's just because I've raised imaginary children. But the message that I want to leave everybody with is that failure is good. We avoid it, we run away from it, we've encouraged our children to not experience it, but it is through failure that we are objectively able to look at where we need to improve, where we need to get better, where we need to learn. It allows us to overcome adversity, and it allows us to move forward. It is through our failures that we will grow, and it is through our failures that we will develop a sense of resiliency, that we will be able to pull out our magical abilities and become shining superstars. And at the very, very least, at the end of the day, you will be able to feel that you are significant. That's all I have to say. Does anybody have any questions or would like to make any comments at all before I step down off the stage? So I've said it all? No questions? Nothing? Okay, thank you very, very, very much.